already uncomfortable. Hey there, my people! Welcome to yet another episode of me reacting to the Nightmare Time series. I am determined to finish these episodes before Nerdy Prudes Must Die come out on YouTube. Pray for me. Today, I'm reacting to Nightmare Time 2, episode 3. Daddy. Sounds filthy. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome! You find lots of theatre content on the channel, and that's it really, just theatre. There are a lot of Starkid videos as well, reactions / reviews, because I talk a lot on these videos, so it's not really just reacting to it, right? There's a lot of commentary as well, so if your thing is Starkid, there's lots of content for you. If your thing is not Starkid, there's also a lot of content for you, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the future content. I'm also on Patreon where I share some extra content from time to time. Lots of cool people on Patreon, lots of cool people here. We're just a bunch of cool people enjoying some theatre and some Starkid, which is also theatre, but mostly digital, right? At least for me who can't go to any of their shows. Anyway, let's see what the hell is happening in Hatchetfield this time. You know, I haven't reacted to this song in a bit, so there might be changes. You need to run away, we'll get you soon. It's a matter of time, a matter of time. Wow, she looks amazing. I love that editing bit. But are you fast enough? Such a banger, honestly. So I don't hear you. Yeah, love it. Every time I watch anything Starkid, I'm like, oh, I forgot how much I miss these people. Every precaution, babe. Oh, that's cool. The sound of the background of I think like one of those hospital heartbeat paces. That's really cool.
The hell just stopped the song?
Nice. So I don't hear you. It was so dramatic. Oh my god, she looks so cool. Is she a vampire or something? I like it. I love the L'Oreal hair thing that Jeff's got going on. Okay, let's see who's daddy. Oh wow. No! Please no! Out of literally all of the characters that I thought we would have background stories for in this series, he would be my last bet. Oh, I'm already uncomfortable. He's such a creep. Okay, let's do it.
For time with you.
The wig's just amazing. Well, on the bright side though, it's Jaime Lee and Betty. Yes! Kind of funny to see what he was actually doing with the toys though. It's like 2 minutes in and it's already this creepy. Is that foreshadowing? The card. Oh, kind of fancy McDonald's now. Love how he's having nuggets with ketchup and fries, but also a glass of wine. You let down your hair. I just hope that makes sense at some point. Apart from the fact that he barely has any hair. I'm sorry. Can we go back? The detail of the chest hair is just absolutely amazing. Look at that! This is the attention to detail I'm here for.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Lex Foster looks up to find her boss.
Yes, Lexi!
What?
Now we're talking.
Pretend to be working.
I'm at the checkout counter, Frank. Who do you want me to check out?
I'm sorry, I'm
She
so
motions
here
to
for
the
all of
pitifully
these
empty toy store.
Black Friday
Well, maybe
characters
there's
coming
a
back.
reason no one's coming in. They look through the window and what do they see? You, sour-faced, bored out of your mind, doing the crossword or whatever this is. A job application? I knew you'd leave me one day, but for Best Buy? Best Buy?
Okay, I'm not leaving. I need a second job because someone keeps cutting my hours.
If you get a second job, how are you supposed to come in here and give 110%? If the two of us work together, we can turn this place around. Or you could throw it all away. You had a future.
Yeah, I just threw it away.
I don't even think you have a future here. And it doesn't have anything to do with me or you. It's just, why would anyone come all the way to the mall when they could just order the same shit off of Amazon?
We don't speak that word. Don't even think about it. I can see you thinking it. You know what? Just go. Take the rest of the day off.
Seriously, you're cutting my hours?
I'll pay you for your time. I just don't want to see you right now.
All right.
Aw.
Lex throws her stuff in her bag and heads for the door.
Hey,
He seems a lot more caring here than he did in Black Friday, to be honest.
with all your retail experience, you might even make manager.
Out!
That night, Frank closes up shop.
I thought he was the manager.
His footsteps echo through the deserted halls of Lakeside Mall. Store windows bear signs reading closed or out of business. He remembers a time when Lakeside was the beating heart of Hatchetfield. Now, it looks more like a graveyard. At home, he lugs his groceries
This
into his
is a
rundown
place we haven't
condominium.
explored
He
yet
heads
in
for the kitchen,
Hatchetfield, so
trying to ignore the
interesting.
stacks of bills and the envelope labeled "Warning, Final Notice." He removes a large dog bone from one of his shopping bags, smiles, and slaps his leg.
Hey, buddy. Daddy's home.
But the dog doesn't come, like it's done every day for the past 9 years.
Oh no,
Buddy, come and get your bone, you lucky boy.
not the dog.
Frank checks the living room, where he finds Buddy lying motionless on the floor.
Come on, man, not the dog, okay? You can kill as many people as you want.
At the Hatchetfield Animal Hospital, hands Frank a can filled with ashes.
Oh man,
He lived a very long and happy life.
why?
Frank?
He was my best friend, my best
Oh, Frank, I'm so sorry.
buddy.
Frank walks absent-mindedly toward downtown. He finds himself outside his favorite
I
throwback
like all of
diner,
this
Miss
stock
Retro's.
footage going on here.
The little restaurant is lined floor to ceiling.
Makes it
with
a bit more
memorabilia from the
immersive.
80s. Movie posters, records, and Frank's personal favorite, a huge glass cabinet of vintage toys. He admires a miniature lime green fortress with childlike wonder.
An original Castle Grayskull. Released in 1982. It set the standard for all future play sets. Very impressive.
The owner of Miss Retro steps out from behind the counter, smiling and wiping her hands on her apron.
Wait, is she?
Wow, you sure know your toys.
That
Is she-
I do, Miss Holloway.
Oh, that's cool.
Usual?
But it also means that trouble's coming, right? If she's a demon slayer.
Is everything okay, Frank?
Miss Holloway sits across from Frank as he finishes
I
his
like
slice
this.
of
I
cherry
like this
pie.
this change.
On the TV in the
I
corner,
hope they-
an old toy commercial
that's
from
a-
the
that's a
80s
thing for the
shows
next
kids playing with
episodes.
plastic armor-clad dinosaurs.
It's really
Frank
cool to have
smiles
some
and motions to the
extra
screen.
visuals.
Those were the good old days. The golden age of toys. I had them all. My mom and dad gave me an earful. Frankie, you're wasting your money. They had all these plans for me, and all I wanted to do was work in a toy store. Guess I disappointed them. They were hard people.
But they loved you.
Wow, this
I know
feels
that.
like a completely different
But when they
character
died,
from the Frank
I was more interested in
in
proving them wrong.
Black Friday.
They left me some money, so I bought toys.
Obviously, he's like in
on
his
July 1st.
work environment, so he's probably
When
in
the doors opened, it
manager mode,
was my
and
store. Happiest day
we
of
don't
my
get to
life.
see that much of his own personality. But
And it
this
all
feels like
went
a
downhill.
completely different person.
I heard Lakeside was in trouble. No one's coming in?
Oh, someone is.
Oh no.
The next morning, Frank
What's
slides
his
at
name
the
again?
Toy Zone security gate to find
Good morning, Mr. Presley.
Sherman Young.
Sherman, that's
loyal
it.
Come on in, Sherman.
At last, the pearly gates have opened. Huzzah!
Oh my god.
What do you got for me today, Frank?
From behind the counter, Frank takes out a cardboard box.
They came in this morning. You're lucky, Sherman. You beat the rush. I expect these little guys to fly off the shelf.
Tease me, Frank.
It's the Sugar Gliders. Wave 4, baby.
Shuggies!
Oh my.
Frank presents each of the toys with a showman's flourish.
We got the heroic rainbow heart.
Oh,
The playful
welcome to
skip
Toy Zone.
and that
Well, they
grumpy
know.
old commercial.
It is so hard to pick. People talk about the big decisions in life, and this is one of them. Sherman!
In the entryway, a ravishing woman in a sleek, form-fitting dress flips her hair
Is
and
that-
lowers her sunglasses.
I'm waiting. Then
Okay,
wait.
that's some.
The woman rolls her eyes
Inception.
and saunters off.
That's your girlfriend.
No, Mr. Priceley. That is my mother.
Really?
Gobsmacked, Frank stares out at the woman, who sits on a bench reapplying her lipstick in a compact mirror.
Stepmother?
No. 14 hours of hard labor she's always reminding me.
Wow. She looks good.
Yeah, she's a MILF.
You shouldn't say that about your own mama.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you
just-
should. It's
Mr.
weird.
Priceley, are you attracted to my mother?
I'm just saying, she looks good for her age.
Are you sure
I
you
don't
want to
know
get
what
on
age
that
that
boat,
is,
Frank?
If you two ended up together, you know what that would make you, Mr. Priceley.
No, don't do it.
That
Do
would
not
make
do it.
you my daddy. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Instant regret
She's
on his
all
face.
alone in the world. Don't know why. She's loaded.
Loaded?
Yeah. How do you think I afford all these toys? Look at these shuggies, huh?
You're right. They're all vital to any self-respecting collector. I mean, you can't break up the Sugar Gliders. They're a team. No, a family. From atop the sweet top, the Sugies go gliding, riding the rainbow adventure awaits.
Shuggies
stop
are
it.
riding on thin flaps of love. Oh, what the hell? I'll get them all.
Later, Frank scans the final item.
This
in
is
a
very
mound of
interesting.
packages.
Very interesting.
That's all the dolls in Wave 4. Your total comes to $397.27.
Sherman, what have you done?
Don't shame me.
I could never say no to that face.
Best milk ever.
She takes out her wallet while Sherman snatches up the toys
No.
and runs once.
I sent him in with explicit instructions, one toy, and here I am walking away with $400 worth of flying squirrels. You're quite a salesman, Mr. Presley.
If you got the money and it makes you happy, why not?
It was something to see. You were so full of life. I've been missing that kind of passion. You simply must let me have you for dinner.
I don't want to impose.
Please. Sherman talks about you all the time. I feel like you're part of the family already. My address is 13 Conifer Lane.
Frank's junky Ford Taurus pulls up to the towering iron gate surrounding 13 Conifer Lane. He rolls down his window and presses the intercom.
Hi, Frank Priceley. I'm here for dinner.
The intercom crackles and the gate screeches open. Frank guides his car through the estate's winding driveway to a monolithic stone mansion.
Loaded, huh?
When Frank rings the bell, the double doors are opened by an impossibly tall man in a tuxedo. He's gaunt and ghost white.
What is happening? This is the Jamie Lee multiverse.
Is Mrs. Young home?
Just as Frank backs away nervously, Sherman appears.
Marco, relax, will you? Hello.
Is she
Mr.
really the only cast member in
Hi,
this?
Sherman.
Don't mind Marco. He's a big softy.
Frank Priceley, welcome to my home.
At an ornate dining table, Frank chews a piece of mouth-watering steak.
You are some cook, Mrs. Young.
As if she's cooking her own food.
Please, Frank, call me Sheila, and I don't cook.
Yeah, come on.
Eat.
After dinner, Sherman throws open a set of large double doors.
Ta-da!
Oh no.
He flips the light
His
switch
creepy
to
cave.
illuminate a cavernous room with rows upon rows of glass cases. Inside is the most extensive array of toys Frank Priestley has ever seen.
Wow.
It's a work in progress.
In awe, Frank hurries from one case to the next until he spots a shelf of vintage toys that he himself
I'm loving the
collected when
music
he was a
references
boy.
here.
That's
Oh, that's so good. The sound editing is particularly
in the box.
good in this episode.
That's the holy grail of cowboy toys.
I knew you'd appreciate it. You're the only one who does.
You know what they say.
They're not so
Growing
different
old is
after all, are
mandatory,
they?
but growing up is optional.
Growing up is for poor people, Frank.
Right.
Later, Frank looks up at a portrait of a stern, regal man. It hangs above a crackling fireplace.
The late, great Mr. Young. He died when Sherman was just a baby.
Was he sick?
He was murdered.
Just casually drops the bomb.
You're a good man, Frank Priestley. My son adores you. And I have to admit, I've become quite a fan myself.
Did she kill
Hey,
him?
You're not so bad yourself.
Don't know. Don't trust those eyes.
Frank, I'm too old for games. We both are. I'll have this big house, all this money, and no one to share it with. Yes, there's Sherman, but he can't quench all of my desires.
Oh my god. Good.
I propose a partnership. I want to marry you.
Knew
Mary,
it.
you just met me.
I could use a man around the house. And I know the mall is about to be shuttered. And where does that leave Toy Zone? Together with your business skills and my resources, we can ensure that Lakeside stays open forever.
Forever?
So, what do you say?
It
Frank?
sounds suspicious.
Are we in business?
But then again, I'm suspicious of everything in the series.
Wedding bells ring. Frank and Sheila run down
No
the church
way they
steps
actually-
and
okay.
slide in. They drive off to the airport and their new life together as husband and wife.
Oh, look at his outfit upgrade, huh?
Weeks later, strolls through the door.
Yes, Miss Holloway.
Miss Retro's
More of Miss
throwback
Holloway,
dining.
please.
So the rumors are true. Frank Priestley's off the market.
What can I say? Sheila made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Honeymoon was something else. Don't know why Sherman had to tag along. Sheila babies him. That's the problem. Daddy's gonna put a stop to that. His toy collection's big enough.
They
Let
can't
me get this straight.
kill
You got a
Frank,
parent
though.
who doesn't approve
right?
of his son collecting toys. Where have I heard that before?
I scraped and saved for every toy I bought. Sherman is spoiled.
Later, Frank kicks back in his chair as workers replace Toy Zone's ratty old carpet and give the walls a fresh coat of paint.
So now that you're rich, can I get a raise?
Dun-dun.
What happened to your promising career at Best Buy?
She has no shame.
All the positions are filled.
I believe people get what they deserve. So, I will give you that raise, Alexandra, when you prove to me that you deserve it.
She walks off. Frank smiles.
I'm a disciplined daddy.
The next
Ah,
day, Frank
it's
descends the
changing,
grand
huh?
staircase of his new home to find the
This
whole
is what
place
marriage
filled
does to
with
people.
balloons. In the kitchen, Sherman sits at the breakfast table. Sheila sets out another bundle of balloons as Frank walks in.
Good morning, Daddy.
Hi. So what's with all the decor?
We're celebrating. It's Sherman's birthday this month. That means every day is a party just for him.
Rich people. How'd you turn in, Sherman?
41.
Jesus Christ.
Big boy.
Mother, I will have a bowl of marshmallow charms for breakfast.
What kind of breakfast is that for a grown-ass man? Sherman, why don't I teach you how to make some eggs?
Sherman stares at him, baffled. Sheila takes Frank by the arm and drags him from the room.
Frank, what are you doing? Sherman does not cook. He's
Okay,
not
whatever's
anywhere
happening,
near his
it has to do with Sherman,
His
right?
father could sing
And
amazing.
maybe her dead husband or some
That sort of thing.
soul swap type of
Don't
thing
you think
happening?
it's
I
our
don't
job
know.
as parents to
Nothing
prepare
makes sense
Sherman
right now.
There's gonna be a day when we're both gone.
It's
I'm not going anywhere.
Sherman's definitely the key,
I want the cereal.
right?
Here, enjoy.
Can't eat that.
I'm glad you agree, because that is a bowl of sugar, and you're kind of getting up there, pal.
What are you doing? You just gave it to him straight out of the box?
What should I have done, Sheila?
He can't eat the crunchy pieces.
Oh my god.
The cereal?
He has very weak teeth. He'll break them on these. Pick out the hard pieces and throw them away. Usually Marco does this, but now you're going to.
What?
Are you serious?
Yes! Unless you want to see me furious, you'll fix the damned cereal.
Frank opens his mouth, ready to lay down the law.
Your house, your rules.
Thank you, Daddy.
He's my son. I'd do anything to make him happy.
I get it. Sherman can eat all the garbage he wants, and when his body falls apart, you got plenty of money to fix it.
I'm so glad
Ouch.
you understand. See? We're all getting along so beautifully.
Sherman hurls
Oh,
the
no.
bowl across the room. He collapses to the floor, writhing and screaming.
I crunched something.
God,
Oh, Frank.
You left in one of the hard pieces? What have you done?
Okay, so
Hours later,
maybe the
Sheila and
dad,
Frank stand
the
in
real
waiting
dad
room,
did something to
St.
Sherman
Damien
and she
Common.
just killed him.
The nurse on duty,
But that's
Becky
too
Barnes,
simplistic, though.
flips
Can't be.
through a chart.
Sherman's teeth are just fine.
And how would you know? I want to talk to the doctor.
How would you know?
Hospital floozy.
Doctor, tell you the
Wow.
same thing, ma'am. Now, we'd like to get Sherman out of here as quickly as possible because this is the pediatric wing and he's a grown-ass man.
Later, Frank and Sheila wait outside the front entrance.
So
That nurse was an
many
idiot.
issues to unpack.
Sherman's fine.
Fine? A tiny, microscopic piece of his tooth could have broken off and gone into his bloodstream and killed him.
I think you might maybe
Overreacting.
be overreacting.
Mhm.
You almost killed our son. Big trouble, mister. There he is, my brave boy.
It's literally just
It's the
Emily.
worst birthday ever.
I love it.
Your birthday's in 3 weeks, Sherman.
They put a strap on my arm and pumped it full of air. And it squeezed me so tight and I was so scared. I wanted to get out of there so I could see my
Mommy's here.
daddy.
Sherman hops out of the chair and
What?
throws his arms around Frank. Sheila glares at her husband with white-hot jealousy. Later, the limousine
Okay,
pulls up
she
the
definitely
driveway
killed her
to the
husband.
Sherman has fallen asleep on Frank's shoulder. Sheila watches, silently stewing.
Marco, carry him inside.
Sheila lights a cigarette and rounds on her
The
husband.
The Adams family influence is strong with that one.
He only prefers you because I'm the hard ass who made him go to the doctor. I can't be the only one doling out discipline.
Woman, check yourself.
Fine, I'll sleep in one of the other 20 rooms.
No, you're not. I don't know where you're going to sleep, but it won't be under my roof.
She slams the front door and locks it behind her.
Wow.
Sheila, come on! Open up, it's getting cold out here!
Thunder booms overhead and rain.
Here we go.
No time.
When the
Frank
thunders come in, the monsters come out.
soaked, Frank trudges through the mud to the property's front gate.
Is he gonna
When
find
he
the
gets there,
husband?
it's shut tight.
How do you open this thing?
Without much of a choice, he takes hold of the bars and starts to climb. He gets halfway up when his foot slips, and he crashes back down to the ground. He circles the perimeter, trying all the windows on the ground floor. They're locked and barred, every one. He looks up to a balcony on the third floor, Sherman's bedroom. He grabs a gutter and starts to climb. Inside, Sherman is awoken by the sound of knocking. He bolts up in bed.
Peter Pan?
Sherman, open up.
No. It's
He's
just
so
my
disappointed. It's not
Daddy.
Peter Pan.
Sherman unlocks the doors and cracks them enough to peek his head out.
Let me in.
Mother left you out there for a reason. She'd be pretty PO'd if I let you back in.
Get the fuck out of my way.
He storms down the hallway, fuming. He kicks open the door to his bedroom. He heads for the closet and starts cramming clothes into a suitcase. As he does, Sheila appears in the doorway, sipping a
Oh
brandy.
man.
Excuse me.
R.I.P. Frank. I can see this coming.
Packing.
What do you mean packing?
He heads downstairs.
You don't mess with a rich woman.
You think I'm gonna stay here after a stunt like that? I could have died of hypothermia.
Oh, now who's overreacting, baby?
Baby? Baby? The baby is that 40-year-old man you keep dressed in footy pajamas. You've trapped him in boyhood. You're so out of touch. You're both so rich, it's turned you into monsters.
What are you going to do without my money? You can kiss Toy Zone goodbye, or buy Lakeside and tear it down myself.
That's where you're wrong, sweetheart. Because when I divorce your ass, I'm gonna take half of all this. Toy Zone's
What?
gonna be bigger and better
There's
than ever.
no
I
way
was
she didn't do
Open
a
Toy Zone and
prenup.
every city and these United States.
I like the sound of that.
See you around, Sheila, my future ex-wife. This partnership is
Don't be so
over.
confident.
Wait for me, Daddy. I'll get my things.
You're not coming with me, Sherman. You're weird. And when we split up everything in the divorce, that gold-plated chrome star is mine.
Oh no.
Just as Frank puts his front
Well
door
done,
out,
Frank.
Sheila
You
calls
just
out.
signed your
So, you think you can just abandon
Death.
me and your son? Well, I've got news for you,
Oh,
Frank.
no.
No one walks out on Sheila Young!
She grabs hold of a lever on the wall and pulls it. Suddenly, the floor beneath Frank gives way as a trap.
I'm not even
door
surprised.
flies open.
He should have seen this coming.
Frank slides down a slime-coated tunnel, ancient and stinky. He screams and flails, then falls.
That's where the
Whack.
husband is.
He lands in a flooded
That's how he
underground
finds the husband.
Frank finds himself in some sort of ancient catacombs beneath the house. A voice echoes down into the subterranean hell.
Goodbye, Daddy.
How many daddies
Trapdoor
are
closes.
down there?
Frank is left down there in the dark.
He was a bad daddy, wasn't he, Mother?
Just like all the others. Marco, Frank Presley needs to disappear. See to it.
Underground,
so creepy
Frank
in this
finds
family.
a ledge and pulls himself out of the water.
Oh no, this can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Nightmare time.
Frank hears shambling footsteps in the dark.
Who's there?
Suddenly, a figure rushes out, grabbing hold of him.
You have to get me out of here. I'm in a hurry.
What?
Who are you?
My name's Barry Swift.
No way.
Down here for a huge man threw a javelin right through my leg. They sewed me up, but I think it's infected. I have to get to a doctor, quick.
Frank looks down to see the man's crudely wrapped leg and understands why he's in such a hurry.
This is an elite
Dried blood
combo of
and
characters.
pus.
It's all right, Barry. Why don't you lay down?
He rips off his jacket, bundles it, and lays it beneath Barry's head.
I'll try to find a way out.
Thank you. And please, hurry.
Frank stumbles through the tunnel, realizing this must be some forgotten corner of Hatchetfield's sewer system. Beyond it, the tunnels link up with the rest of the city's pipes. Frank can even spot light shining down from a man.
You know, I'll never see Frank the
grabs
same
hold
way
of the
again.
bars and
That's
shakes
what I
them
love the most
with his might.
about this series.
Damn it!
Just
Damn it!
changes your
Damn it!
perspectives on every character.
Goes limp
Except for
under
Linda,
despair.
perhaps.
There's no way out.
There's always
2
a way
weeks
out,
later,
Frank.
Sheila Young admires her reflection
weeks
in
later?
a full-length mirror. She wears a
Oh,
yellow
man.
sequin cocktail dress. Tonight is the Hatchetfield Honey Festival, and she plans on turning some heads.
Cross over
She
there.
marches to the front door.
Sherman's here. I'm going out. It's time to find you a new daddy.
Can we stop by Toy Zone on the way home?
Sherman, we've been over this. Toy Zone is closed.
4 p.m. is well within business hours.
Yes, but remember, the proprietor of Toy Zone is locked away in a dungeon.
Can't we just pay someone to let me in? I mean, what is the point of all of this money if we can't do anything cool with it?
Sherman, forget Toy
That's
Zone.
what he calls
It's
cool.
safe.
online.
I'm joking, I have lots of toys.
You cannot capture the same tactile experience online. You just don't understand.
He stomps off to his room and slams the door.
Sherman, don't be a pooh.
Marco descends a winding staircase. At the bottom is the entrance to the dungeon. He removes a large...
It's been
ring
2
of
weeks and
keys
he
from
hasn't
his
done anything
pocket
about
and
it.
unlocks the metal door. Marco drops a tray of moldy food and kicks it to Frank. Frank carries the meal to Barry, who lies shivering on the cold stone floor.
Oh, can't believe he
Here
made
you go,
it.
Barry. Try to eat something.
I should have listened to my friends when they told me not to marry her. That it was all happening too fast. But I was in a hurry, Frank. Settle down. Start a family.
Always in a hurry.
I know, Barry.
I'm gonna die down here,
Oh
Frank.
no.
Don't say that. We're getting out of here somehow. Well, you don't want to miss the Honey Festival, do you? It's happening soon. Right now? Oh, God, how long have I been down here?
Find Helen for me.
Helen?
My ex-wife. She always told me to slow down. Stop and smell the roses.
Someone's coming. Barry. Barry, do you hear that?
You have to get out of here, Frank. You have to live. You have to.
Oh no.
Hurry.
The dungeon
Aw,
door
poor
creaks
man.
open. A figure stands there. The light from his lantern stings Frank's eyes.
Hello, Mr. Priceley.
My sweet boy.
I think that's gonna work.
I have a problem, and you're going to fix it, Frank.
Don't call me that. I know your mother and I are in a fight right now, but I'm always gonna be your daddy.
Not for long. Mother's gone out to find a new one. I don't think she cares about getting me a daddy.
You don't say.
Shot of vitamin D. She told me to shop online like a fucking millennial.
Going to the toy store is more than buying things. It's about the weight of the packages in your hands, the smell of fresh plastic.
I know. It's why you are going to tell me how to get into Toy Zone.
I have a state-of-the-art security system. I need to scan my finger to unlock it.
Oh man, why?
Okay,
Why would you say?
which one?
Oh,
What about mall security? They won't let anyone in but me. Now, if you let me out, I'll take you to Toy Zone.
What's gonna stop you from running? You tried to leave before. You said I was weird.
You are weird,
yeah. Read my mind.
just like me.
Exactly.
No one
Aw,
understands
cute.
like I do, Sherman. I love you, and now you can let me out, and we can go to the toy store, or you can let me die down here. It's your choice. The only thing you can really do to hurt me is deny me one last chance to hold my son.
Oh my god.
He opens his arms. Sherman stares at him. After a moment, his lip quivers, and he throws himself at Frank.
Oh, Daddy!
Yeah, that's my boy.
That is weird.
And while he silently commends himself for being one goddamn hell of a salesman, Frank removes the key ring from Sherman's pocket.
I'll talk to my mother. I'll tell her you're the only daddy I want.
Sherman races from the dungeon and scampers up the spiral stairs. Keys in hand, Frank shuffles to his fellow prisoners, shaking them.
Barry, I got him.
Wait,
I got the
he
keys. We
left
can unlock the
without
gate to
locking the
sewers.
thing?
We're getting out of here, Barry. Barry.
Because if you didn't have the keys.
Frank shakes him again. No response.
Oh no. I'm not gonna let you
In a
rot
hurry
down
to
here.
die.
Frank takes hold of Barry and lifts him onto his back.
One way or another, we're getting out of this hellhole.
Up in the house, the front doors burst open.
Sherman, I'm home, and I brought someone I'd like you to meet.
Who is
The
it?
gentleman
Who is it?
caller, Ted Spankoffs, follows her inside. All right, where is the little
No,
bastard?
that's one that actually deserves it.
No, Mother.
I'm
you
joking.
will not bring another man into this house. You are a married woman.
Hey, works for me.
Ugh. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of serious. Throw him in the dungeon.
I'm not losing my toy store because you're feeling frisky.
Hey,
Don't sass your mother or I'll kick your ass, old man.
You're really serious, aren't you, Sherman?
Well, if you don't patch things up with Frank, I'll run away again.
Sheila sees his determined face, a face she never learned to say no to.
Fine.
Having no more use for her date, she removes a pistol from her purse and
Oh
points
boy.
it. Huh? No! Bang! She fires. The bullet tears into Ted's shoulder.
Oh my god.
She shoots 3 more rounds. One enters his stomach, one his nuts, and one his head. He falls
Jesus.
to the marble floor, dead.
Marco.
What? I shouldn't
Grabs hold
even
of
be
Ted's legs
surprised
and
at this
drags him away.
anymore, but
Sheila steps over the trail of blood and takes
What
her
the
son's
hell?
face in her hands.
Maybe I do spoil you. But it's because you and I are the only 2 people that matter. Everyone else is livestock for us.
wow.
You'll understand. So,
You mean the gift? Are you finally going to give it to me, Mother?
not this year. But if you're very good.
What gift? What gift?
Now let's go and have a word with your father. Frank!
Sheila shines her lantern down a nearby passageway. Nothing. Then she notices the look on her son's face. Only now does Sherman realize his keys are missing.
That's a bit of a plot hole there. Okay.
You let him escape?
Deep inside the maze of tunnels,
Even if
Frank
he
trudges
hadn't
through
realized
the
he didn't lock
He carries
the
Barry on his
gate
back,
when he
making his way
left,
to the barred
she
door.
would have realized
The
when
gate
they
to
came in that
to
the gate was
freedom.
open, right?
We're almost
Come
there,
on.
Barry. Hang on.
The gaunt giant appears at Sheila's side, a javelin in hand.
Find him.
Marco takes off with inhuman speed. Frank turns back as the sound of monstrous footfalls splash behind him.
No!
Frank can
There's
see the
always
gate
a
to the
monster
sewers, not more than 50 feet
Of
ahead,
some sort.
but he's moving too slowly. He knows Marco will catch him. He needs to lighten his load.
I'm sorry, Barry.
Fighting tears, Frank drops Barry's corpse. It
Aw,
plops
poor
into the
Barry.
water and sinks beneath the stinking offal. Frank bolts
That's
for the
a
gate.
terrible
He slams into it, tears the key ring from his pocket. He fumbles with the padlock, trying the first key. Marco rounds the corner, spots Frank, and wails. The giant cuts through the water. He raises the javelin. Frank tries the second key, the third, the fourth. The padlock clanks open. Frank rips the chain and throws open the gate. Whoosh! Something flies past his head. Blood spills into his left eye. The javelin Marco threw grazed his temple. A split second later, the Colossus plows into Frank like a battering ram. He flies through the air and splashes into the sewage. Marco shambles forward, arms extended, ready to tear Frank to pieces. Then, by chance or fate, he feels a smooth wooden haft beneath the water. The javelin. Frank grabs it and thrusts it forward. The giant barrels into it, impaling himself on the end of the spear.
Ooh.
Black blood oozes from his chest. He grits his teeth and steps closer, ignoring the javelin, driving it further into himself. He wraps his hands around Frank's neck and starts to choke. Desperate, Frank pulls the javelin from Marco's body and jams it through the giant's eye, into his brain. The behemoth goes down, falling lifeless into the slough.
Go, Frank!
Frank coughs. He heads for the ladder to the manhole above, but stops when he hears the click of a cocking pistol.
Going somewhere?
No.
Please,
She kicks the butler's mammoth corpse.
I'll make another one.
don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you, Frank. Now move. My first husband, Sherman's father, was a great man and powerful. He was the one who first gave me the gift. Who showed me
He's gonna become the butler?
the black book.
No!
It was cut short by those disgusting inbred Hatchetmen. You may have found it Hatchetfield, but it's the church of the Starry Children.
You know what? I had suspicions about the butler. I had suspicions. Is this what it is?
Every member of the church was chopped to bits, and the book was lost.
It has to be.
Luckily, my husband had the
Because
foresight.
he's a sort of Frankenstein creature, right?
Transcribed.
Sheila opens a granite
Oh my
box
god.
and removes a handful of thick, yellowed pages.
People ask me all the time, Sheila, why do you look so young? What's your secret? This is it.
Huh?
Like
Okay,
so
maybe
many
it's not the
before,
butler.
I lured you to my home. Now, your remaining years will be mine. Add it to my life. Do you know I
Ooh.
married Sherman's father 100 years ago?
What?
That's impossible.
Don't believe me?
You know what? Up until this point, I was like, okay, this is the one episode with the least fantasy elements to it. I should have known that it was coming at some point. And I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't see it coming because it was right there.
Sheila lifts her hands into the air. On the ceiling is a painted mural depicting a twisted horde of nightmare things. She
Oh.
reaches toward them.
So like a Dorian Gray situation here. But not really.
Frank feels the energy in the room shift, like the atoms in the air are being charged, corrupted. The mural on the ceiling begins to change. Frank doesn't see it happen exactly. He perceives it with some unknown sense. 1,000 eyes open and roll in his direction. A creature with a goat's head screams with laughter.
Ah.
Sheila continues.
Nibble enough. We go giraffe.
The
At
card
name
was foreshadowing.
shadowy tentacles
The Magic the
slither to
Gathering
life
card.
on the mural above.
And now?
Did her makeup changes? No.
Sheila flips through her manuscript, this collection of esoteric spells. She finds the page she's looking for and freezes.
What the fuck? Sherman!
Sherman.
Get your little ass in here.
Yes, Mother.
What is this?
She holds up the pages. Scribbled on top of the text is a cartoonish drawing of smiling, fanciful critters.
Oh.
That's Rainbow Heart. That's Soggy Tail. Do you have any idea?
Oh,
what
so
you've
the
done?
drawings that he's doing
I
at the
needed
opening
those
song.
words and you covered them with bad drawings of those fucking squirrels. Don't yell at me, you idiot! You stain on the family name. You've killed us all. Never going to the toy store again. I'm going to burn every goddamn doll you have.
And now she dies.
My fault you didn't memorize the words. It's a bunch of gibberish. No one can memorize those words. I did.
An evil grin comes to
Ooh,
Sherman's.
plot twist.
What?
Then I drew all over the pages. There's only one place,
Oh,
and that's right up here.
my God,
Sherman advances on
Sherman.
his mother. She steps back, realizing she said too much, realizing the drawing was a trap, a test of her love, a test
Wow.
Sherman.
Well done, my man. Boy,
Stain
whatever.
on the family name. I always suspected that's what you really thought of me, and now...
Calm down.
Never gave me the gift because you wanted power over me. You let me get old. I've outgrown you, Mother.
Sherman, don't.
You wouldn't give me the gift, so now I'm gonna take it. Happy birthday to me! Hum-de-da-da-de, hum-de-ah.
And those are words.
The nightmare creatures in the mural roar with delight. The room trembles, electricity flies through the air. Sheila howls in pain as her flesh writhes and tears. Her hair turns white. Her eyes and tongue rot in their skull. Her stomach splits and her guts shoot out. They are decomposing, crawling with maggots.
Ugh.
A bolt of lightning strikes the living, screaming corpse, and Sheila Young explodes into a cloud of dust. The Sheila dust swirls around Sherman. He sucks it in, gulps it down, then a burst of light and silence.
Did he just
Frank
eat
opens his eyes.
mom's ashes?
A mist hangs in the air.
What? Breathed it
A
in?
voice rings out, high-pitched, young.
Is he a boy again?
They say growing old is mandatory. Wait till they get a load of me.
Emerging from the ethereal smoke is a child.
Stop.
No older than
He
his
has
mom,
hair now.
curly hair, rosy, freckled cheeks. Only
Stop.
his eyes tell his age. Frank knows those eyes.
Hi there, Dad.
He's finally a boy.
For a boy,
word.
This was insane. This was insane from the very start. And did not disappoint.
If I start to get old, I'll just absorb someone else. I know the word.
Oh, you have to literally absorb them. Ugh.
I'm gonna make a deal with you, Frank. I'm gonna give you all the money you want. Toy Zone stays open every day. And in return, you're gonna take care of me.
Oh my god, that is so creepy.
Give me everything my little spoiled heart desires. That's right, Frank. You're gonna be my dad.
Oh man. Is this before or after Black Friday? Because if it's before, it would explain why Frank is so miserable all the time. Oh man, that was so cool. I was not expecting that at all. But then again, how could you? I just realized this has to be after Black Friday, right? Because now Sherman looks like a child. So if we have a Black Friday spin-off or like a version 2, Frank's probably gonna be even more miserable than he already was. I was a bit worried about being too creeped out by Sherman, and a whole Sherman-centric episode sounded a bit too cringy to me. But bringing in the other characters, it was really nice to see Lexi again. It was really cool to see the dynamic between Sherman and Frank and how they are different, but not so different after all. Sherman is just a consequence of very poor parenting. I was hoping to see more of Miss Holloway because she's the coolest, but maybe in the next episode. It's always so cool to get to the end of the episode and see how the intro song has so much foreshadowing and some Easter eggs. So now I'm paying close attention to the opening song before I even start the episode. Even though the foreshadowing is usually so cryptic that you can't really predict anything, it's still really cool to go back to the opening number and go, ha! That's what they meant. Jaime was fantastic. They really went, so how many characters do you want to play? And she was like, yes. Did you enjoy this video? Then make sure to leave your like and your comments below. And I'll see you next time to conquer the world of musical theatre. Keep singing. Ciao.